that sudden searing leg cramp that rips you from your sleep in the middle of the night, that frustrating feeling of being tired but wired, unable to calm your racing mind, the unnerving flutter in your chest that seems to come out of nowhere. What if I told you that these are not three separate problems? What if they are all symptoms of a single hidden deficiency of one master calming mineral that up to 60% of seniors are desperately lacking? Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple science-backed truths to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter. And to help us uncover this silent epidemic, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life studying the importance of these foundational minerals for our health. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinahara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. You are right to call it a silent epidemic. It is one of the most common things I see in my older patients, but it is also one of the most overlooked. I am talking about magnesium deficiency. I had a patient, a retired librarian in her late 60s. She described the feeling to me perfectly. She said, "Doctor, I feel like my body's wiring is frayed." Her muscles would twitch for no reason. Her sleep was a wreck, and she felt a constant low-level anxiety that she could not explain. She was eating healthy. She was walking every day, but she was missing the one mineral that controls over 300 essential functions in the body. When your magnesium levels are low, your muscles cannot fully relax, which leads to those excruciating cramps. Your nervous system cannot fully calm down, which causes the anxiety and the insomnia. And your heart's electrical rhythm can become unstable, which can lead to those palpitations. You are left feeling fatigued, stiff, and on edge without ever knowing the simple root cause.
That story of frayed wiring is such a perfect description. And the sad truth is this deficiency is rampant in our age group, and there are three powerful forces working against us. First, as we get older, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing magnesium from our food. Second, many common medications that seniors take, from certain blood pressure pills to acid reflux medication, can actively deplete our body's magnesium levels. And third, chronic stress is a voracious consumer of magnesium. The more stressed we are, the more of this calming mineral our body burns through just to cope. And that is why we have created this complete guide for you today. Dr. Hinahara is going to walk us through his complete magnesium rescue protocol. We will cover his food-based rescue plan with the most powerful magnesium-rich foods. We will show you how to stop the magnesium thieves that are robbing you of this mineral. And finally, we will discuss the smart and safe way to use supplements. It is a blessing to have this knowledge to restore the calm and the balance our bodies were designed to have. If you are ready to reclaim your calm and fight back against cramps, poor sleep, and a racing heart, please type the number 1 in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and this guide is so important. Okay, doctor, let's get right into your complete magnesium rescue protocol. You always teach a food-first approach, which is so empowering. What are the foundational foods that our viewers should be eating every day to start rebuilding their precious magnesium levels?
Yes, the body always prefers to receive its nourishment from real whole food. It is the language it understands best. We will build our magnesium food plan just like we are building a strong team. We must begin with the foundation of the team, what the source text for our video so wisely calls the supporting cast. These are the foods that should be on your plate regularly.
Okay, I love that analogy. Who are the members of our supporting cast for this team?
First, and perhaps most importantly, are the dark leafy greens, especially spinach. A single cup of cooked spinach can contain nearly 160 milligrams of magnesium. It is a true powerhouse for this mineral.
And the key word you use there, doctor, is cooked, isn't it? This is a very important piece of wisdom from the source text. Raw spinach, while it seems very healthy, contains natural compounds called oxalates. These oxalates can actually bind to the magnesium and other minerals in the spinach and prevent your body from fully absorbing them. The simple and gentle act of steaming or sautéing your spinach helps to break down these oxalates and unlocks the magnesium, making it much more available for your body to use.
The next members of our supporting cast are two very enjoyable foods. The first is the creamy and delicious avocado. Just half of a large avocado provides a wonderful boost of magnesium. And the second, which will make many people happy, is high-quality dark chocolate.
And when we say dark chocolate, we must be very specific. We mean the kind that is 70% cacao or higher. Just 1 ounce of this rich dark chocolate can provide over 60 milligrams of easily absorbable magnesium, making it a healthy and very satisfying treat.
So, we now have our wonderful and reliable supporting cast. Now, it is time to bring in the power players. These are the foods that can really start to move the needle and make a big difference in your magnesium levels.
And who are our power players, Doctor?
Our power players are the legumes, such as black beans and fatty fish, such as wild salmon. Let me tell you a story about the incredible power of these simple foods. I had a patient, a man in his early 70s. His primary and most painful complaint was severe nightly leg cramps. They were so bad that he was genuinely afraid to go to sleep at night. He told me he would be jolted awake 2 or 3 times every single night with his calf muscles seized up in a tight, excruciating knot. He was not getting any deep sleep, and he was absolutely miserable. We discovered his diet was very low in magnesium. We created a very simple food plan for him. We had him add a serving of black beans to his lunch or his dinner a few times a week, and we had him eat a simple piece of baked salmon for his dinner twice a week. That was the main change. After about a month, he came back to my office. He told me that the nightly cramps were almost completely gone. He was finally sleeping peacefully through the night again. He was not taking a pill. He was just eating these simple, powerful foods.
That is a fantastic and very hopeful story, and it is a perfect example of food synergy at work. The black beans are, of course, absolutely packed with magnesium. But as you always teach a doctor, it is very important to prepare them correctly by soaking them overnight before you cook them. This simple traditional step helps to reduce the phytates, which are anti-nutrients found in the beans that can block the full absorption of minerals like magnesium and zinc. And the salmon is a brilliant addition to this plan. It not only provides a good dose of magnesium, but it also delivers a huge dose of the powerful anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. And we know that chronic inflammation and muscle cramps often go hand in hand. So with the salmon, you are providing both the calming mineral for the muscle and the anti-inflammatory fat to soothe the system. It is a perfect partnership for a painful muscle. It's just another beautiful example of how these blessed foods from nature contain a whole symphony of healing compounds that work together in perfect harmony. So we have the supporting cast of dark leafy greens, avocado, and dark chocolate, and the power players of black beans and salmon. Doctor, now it is time to meet the champions of your magnesium team. What are the absolute #1 food sources for this master calming mineral?
Yes. Now we meet the undisputed champions of magnesium. These are without a doubt nature's most concentrated and powerful sources of this essential mineral. Our champions are seeds, and we will focus on 2 in particular: pumpkin seeds and hemp seeds. These seeds are so powerful that they can help with some of the most frightening symptoms of magnesium deficiency. I had a patient, a woman in her early 70s. She did not come to me for leg cramps. She came to see me because she was experiencing very frightening heart palpitations. She told me that she would be sitting quietly reading a book, and suddenly her heart would start to flutter, or it would feel like it was skipping a beat. This was causing her a great deal of anxiety, which, of course, was only making the problem worse. Her cardiologist had done all of the necessary tests and had thankfully ruled out any serious heart disease. He suspected that her symptoms were related to stress and a possible electrolyte imbalance. We looked closely at her diet and saw that it was almost completely empty of magnesium-rich foods. We started her on a simple daily snack prescription. Every afternoon, I had her eat a small mixed handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds and shelled hemp seeds. After 2 months of this simple habit, she came to my office, and she was a different person. She told me the palpitations had almost completely disappeared. By providing her body with this massive dose of the calming mineral that her heart was asking for, we were able to help restore its calm, steady rhythm.
That is an incredible and very hopeful story for the millions of people who experience those same scary palpitations. And the science explains exactly why magnesium is so critically important for our heart rhythm. Your heart, just like your leg muscles, is a muscle, and it relies on a perfect balance of electrolytes to conduct its electrical signals properly. As we've discussed before, the mineral calcium is what tells a muscle cell to contract. Magnesium, on the other hand, is the mineral that tells that same cell to relax. This partnership is especially important in the heart. When you are low in magnesium, your heart muscle cells can become overly excitable. This can lead to the misfiring of electrical signals, which is exactly what a palpitation or a skipped beat is. Magnesium is the great calmer of the heart's entire electrical system. And the concentration of magnesium in these seeds is just astounding. Let's start with pumpkin seeds. As the source text for our video notes, just 1/4 cup, which is a small handful of pumpkin seeds, delivers nearly 200 milligrams of magnesium. That is almost half of the entire daily requirement for many people in one simple, delicious snack. But the hemp seeds are even more incredible. Gram for gram, they are one of the richest sources on the entire planet, with some analyses showing up to 700 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams of seeds. Now, you do not need to eat that much, but it shows how incredibly nutrient-dense they are. Just 2 or 3 tablespoons of shelled hemp seeds in your morning smoothie or sprinkled on your yogurt can give you a massive magnesium boost of over 150 milligrams to start your day.
And they are so very easy to use. As I told my patient, you can keep a small jar of the raw, unsalted seeds on your kitchen counter. You can sprinkle them on everything, your salads, your yogurt, your oatmeal, or you can simply eat a small handful by themselves. It is a very simple and a very powerful daily habit.
It is a beautiful example of the immense power and the deep nourishment that is packed into the smallest of God's creations. The healing potential that is held within a single tiny seed is truly a blessing. This is so helpful, doctor. It really connects the dots between our diet and these very common symptoms. We love sharing this wisdom with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from you. So, doctor, we now have our full team of magnesium-rich foods. We have the supporting cast like spinach and avocado, the power players like black beans and salmon, and the incredible champions, pumpkin seeds and hemp seeds. But you mentioned in your notes that it's not enough to put magnesium in our bodies. We also have to stop what is actively taking it out. This brings us to a very powerful and memorable concept that you call the three white thieves.
Yes, this is a very important part of the protocol. You cannot fill a bucket with water if there are large holes in the bottom. We must first patch the holes. There are three very common foods in the modern American diet that are like thieves. They come into your body, they provide no magnesium themselves, and they actually steal the precious magnesium that you already have. These are the three white thieves.
What is the first thief, Dr. Mewa Randamis I Shordinumasanon?
The first two thieves are partners in crime. They are white sugar and white flour.
And the science here is all about what we call metabolic cost. When you eat these highly refined and nutrient-empty carbohydrates like sugary sweets or a piece of white bread, your body must use up its own precious stores of minerals, especially magnesium, just to be able to process and metabolize them. So every single time you eat a sugary snack or a piece of white pasta, you are not just getting zero magnesium. You are actually creating a magnesium deficit. The food is costing your body more of this precious mineral than it provides.
And what is the third and final white thief?
The third thief is refined white salt.
Yes, the natural sea salt that comes from the ocean is a beautiful food. It is rich in magnesium and dozens of other balancing trace minerals. But the common table salt that most people use in the shaker has been industrially processed and stripped of everything. It is just pure sodium chloride. When you use this salt, you are missing out on a wonderful and easy opportunity to get more of these calming and balancing minerals into your body.
So the plan is simple: eat more of the wonderful magnesium-rich whole foods and at the same time fire the three white thieves from our kitchens. Doctor, this food first plan is fantastic, but let's now talk about supplements. What is their role in this protocol and how do we choose the right one? The supplement aisle at the pharmacy can be a very confusing place.
Supplements can be a very helpful and a very powerful tool, especially for a person who has a severe deficiency or who may have digestive issues that prevent them from absorbing the minerals well from their food. But you must be a very wise shopper. The form of the magnesium that you buy matters more than anything else.
Let's break that down for our viewers because this is so important. The cheapest and most common form of magnesium that you will see on the shelf is magnesium oxide. The big problem with this form is that it is very, very poorly absorbed by the human body. For many people, most of it just passes right through you and can often cause digestive upset. It is not a good choice for restoring your body's levels. The next form you will often see is magnesium citrate. This form is absorbed much better by the body. It does have a mild natural laxative effect, so it can be a very good choice for a person who also struggles with constipation. But the true star player in the supplement world, as the source text for our video notes, is magnesium glycinate. In this special form, the magnesium is bound to a calming amino acid called glycine. This makes it extremely easy for the body to absorb, and it is very, very gentle on the stomach. And because the glycine itself is also calming for the brain, this form is the absolute best choice for people whose main symptoms are poor sleep anxiety or that frayed wiring feeling.
So, if you are going to use a supplement, the glycinate form is often the wisest and most effective choice to discuss with your doctor. It's a perfect example of how modern science can help us use these nutrients in the most intelligent way possible.
Doctor, this has been an incredible masterclass on the Master Calming Mineral Magnesium. You've given our viewers a complete magnesium rescue protocol. It is a full and powerful system for helping to stop those painful leg cramps. You've given us the tiered food plan from the supporting cast to the champions. You've taught us to fire the three white thieves from our kitchens, and you've shown us how to choose a smart supplement. This is a game-changing and holistic approach to senior health. By restoring their magnesium levels with these simple foods, our viewers can begin to address the root cause of their nightly leg cramps, their poor sleep, and their feelings of anxiety. This is such a crucial aspect of good senior health that is so often overlooked in a busy doctor's visit. It is a practical food-first way to fight back against the pain of leg cramps and to finally reclaim a sense of calm and well-being in the body.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. Please listen to your body's whispers, the small twitch in your muscle, the painful cramp in the night, the restless feeling in your mind. They are often a simple and direct request from your body for this one single calming mineral. I encourage you to answer that request with these simple, nourishing foods, and your body will find its peace again.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor. Answer the request with nourishment. It's a wonderful reminder that we have been blessed with these humble foods from the earth that contain the very keys to our body's peace and its natural balance. And of course, the wisest first step is always to speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before starting any new supplement regimen. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes. It is not a substitute for the direct medical advice from your own trusted physician. If you found this guide empowering and helpful, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information. And be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who might be struggling with these very symptoms and doesn't know why. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free, and it ensures you will not miss our next deep dive into your health. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know, which of these magnesium-rich foods is your favorite, and how do you like to enjoy it? Please share your ideas in the comments below. Your recipe might be a wonderful inspiration for someone else in our community. Thank you for being with us. Be well and be calm.